And by doing renewal review calls, that's exactly what we accomplish. We accomplish so much in one phone call. They're not calling you upset. You're calling them. You're controlling the conversation. Hi, Trace here with Agency Performance Partners to talk to you today about insurance cross-selling strategies for renewal. So why should we review insurance policies at renewal? What's important about that? Well, if you think about it, how often does your life change? I have two children, a 23-year-old and a 17-year-old. My 17-year-old just became a senior. It's summertime. He's driving. He actually got his license about a year ago where he could drive completely by himself, maybe a little bit less than a year because he wasn't driving last summer. So things have changed. He's driving his car. He's off by himself. So I have an umbrella policy. I've had the umbrella policy since his brother was a teenage driver, so it's been quite a while. So we have to think about, with our customers and with the pandemic in general, how lives have changed. People started working from home. People started their own businesses. We need to make sure that we're keeping up with our clients. And the best way to do that is by doing renewal review calls. A lot of people say, let's not do that. They're not calling in. They're not worried. They're upset. But what's the best way to treat our customers and give wow customer service? And one of those ways is actually to call them at renewal. Wow, my insurance company calls me every single year for my renewal to review all of my information, to make sure that my policies are correct, to make sure that all the drivers are right, that all cars are correct. We would avoid a ton of claims that aren't covered because vehicles were never added when the customer purchased it at the dealership. I have seen this happen at least 5 times in my 15-year insurance career, where the dealership never called, the customer never called. They actually pulled phone records and phone numbers to try to find where the customer or the dealership had called to add coverage, and they couldn't find it. So the customer had to end up paying that claim out of pocket, and they'll probably be paying it for the rest of their lives. Insurance claims are expensive, and we need to make sure that we're checking our clients' coverages, their vehicles, their drivers, and making sure that everything is accurate. In this new hard market, it's going to be even more important that we are checking in on these coverages to make sure that we're complying with underwriting for the company that they're insured with. So renewal reviews, they help us verify information of the customer. They help us cross-sell policies that we may not have at the agency that we don't even know about. It helps us upsell to basically get the customer up to agency standards and give them better coverages that they may be needing. Think of the mother who has 5 children, has a minivan, and doesn't have enough rental car coverage if something were to happen to her minivan. We have to make sure that we're digging in deep and building rapport to learn more about the customer, to then be able to cover them with their insurance policies efficiently and effectively. And by doing renewal review calls, that's exactly what we accomplish. We accomplish so much in one phone call. They're not calling you upset. You're calling them. You're controlling the conversation, and you're following our renewal review sheet, which also walks you through every step, has you asking questions as you discuss with the client, so there's no awkward silences. It's really just a great process. And once everybody in the agency is doing it, then your agency kind of is unified. And if the customer called back and the person who called them originally isn't there, someone else can pick up and just, here's the sheet. Here's what we do. This is what they've discovered. And this is what we need to review with you today. So it's a great process, and we highly recommend it. We think it's great. Look into it. Get the free premium content of the renewal process to set that up. If you need any questions, find us at agencyperformancepartners.com. Thanks so much and have a great day.